place where you can go, where there's no one to tell you yes or no. If you just look into your heart, you will find that's the place to start. If you take a step and take another again, you'll find a better place to land. I know that it can be there someday. You've been waiting for. I know this life can be that one life you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Oh, 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 today could be the day. Oh, 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 today could be the day.
24 Ford Explorer Limited, $37,990. 24 Ford Ranger Raptor 4x4, just $56,940. 23 Lincoln Aviator all-wheel drive, $48,993. Rayvon Ford, your hometown team, delivering pre-owned vehicles you can afford.
Well, good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Thanks for joining me for Wake Up with Witcher here this morning. Glad you could join. Good morning, Janet, Dwayne. We've got, Andrew, Missy, Samuel, Julie, and Joanne all joining us this morning. So, again, a nice start to the day. It's comfortable once again this morning, but this is like the last day, like Andrew said. This is the last day of summer because it's about to get rather cold. The pattern flips overnight tonight, and you'll need to pull out those winter coats and put away the shorts and T-shirts because that's the way it's going to play out. But it has been incredibly awesome if you are a fan of this kind of weather. Yesterday, we actually topped out at 73 degrees. We had a record high temperature, by the way, in Chattanooga, and could be flirting with the record high again here today. But the record high was, the old record high anyways, was 76, set back in 2015. And Chattanooga made it to 78 degrees. Knoxville was 4 degrees shy of the record. And we were only 2 degrees shy of the record in Crossville, warming to 71 degrees yesterday. So it was definitely incredible. And it felt great to be outside. Out there this morning, it actually feels really nice outside. We do have mostly cloudy skies. So unlike the sunshine that we had yesterday, the sunshine moves away and the clouds start to work their way back in. The other side of the story is if you're going to be up in the mountains here, by the way, today, the wind is going to be cranking. And it's going to be cranking in the valley as well throughout the afternoon, and even more so right along the leading edge of the cold front that comes through right around midnight or so tonight. Our severe weather risk, again, I talked about this yesterday. It's been shaved further to our north and northwest, so the state of Tennessee not really underneath that risk. And it's going to be later on this evening. A lot of folks are going to be heading back home here today after the Christmas holiday, of course. And so most folks will be smooth sailing and smooth traveling, traveling, I should say. But although the wind is going to be increased, so if you're traveling along Interstate 40 today and you drive a high-profile vehicle, it is going to be bouncing you around quite a bit. Here's a cold front. We pick up our timeline at 7 o'clock tonight. It's pretty lackluster. It's just going to really usher in the colder air. That's the biggest story about this cold front. While we could see maybe a couple rumbles of thunder, we don't really have any instability in the atmosphere. And so I'm not expecting much of that. But we do have the wind, and the wind is definitely going to be with us here through the evening, through the afternoon. So light winds this morning. Wind starts to pick up as we get into the afternoon, gusting to about 25. And then as we get into the overnight hours, the winds could be gusting upwards of 30 to 35, even 40 miles per hour. And so the National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory for the mountains of East Tennessee. That runs through the day tomorrow, tomorrow. It's still going to be breezy tomorrow afternoon as well. And that's going to give us those wind chills, by the way. This morning, temperatures are trending warmer. We're anywhere from 1 to nearly 10 degrees, 12 degrees warmer in some locations. So when you look at the numbers, well, Tri-Cities is the coolest spot at 46 degrees. Knoxville sitting at 55, Crossville 61, and Chattanooga at 64 degrees. Again, to keep us all in check, our average high for this time of year is 49 degrees. And we're going to be back into the 60s and 70s again here this afternoon, forecasting about 71 degrees in and around the Knoxville area. So another warm, breezy, windy, gusty day. As I mentioned, more clouds than sunshine today, unlike what we saw yesterday. Here comes our frontal boundary. As we get into the midnight hour, I'll stop the clock. There it is. It's, again, just the moisture content just continues to kind of diminish out of this whole storm system. Do we all have a chance for seeing some rainfall? Yeah, but it's going to be rather lackluster. I mean, when you're looking at the rainfall forecast, I mean, we're looking at less than 0.2 of an inch of rain. Many is probably less than 1/10 of an inch. So really not a lot of measurable precipitation, unfortunately, because we need the moisture terribly bad. But the other side of the story, obviously, is going to be the colder air. Now, I was actually at the bank a couple days ago, and I saw that their forecast for Monday showed about 62 degrees. And I said, well, I mean, technically that's going to be 62. But if you were to look at a 7-day forecast or a forecast out and about, and you see that Monday is going to be a high of 60, well, technically it's right. But realistically, that's not how it's going to be, because we're going to hit that right around midnight here tonight. And then the cold front comes through, and here comes the colder air. So as we get started on Monday, we're likely to be in the 30s and 40s. And then we'll stay steadily fall through the afternoon. And by noon, we're only going to be in the 20s and 30s. And then as we get into the afternoon, we'll stay in the 20s and 30s. And as we get closer to sundown, look at how much colder it's going to be. Not to mention, I told you that the wind's going to be blowing. And so that's going to give us wind chill values tomorrow only in the 20s and 30s. So it's going to be a cold, blustery, raw winter day, which is going to be a shock to the system, in my personal opinion, because it's been so nice lately. Unseasonably warm, yes, but hey, listen, I think we'll take it every chance we possibly can get. So 71 today, falling temperatures tomorrow, not much moisture. We're going to see some sunshine, breezy winds out of the west-northwest, and colder. Afternoon temperatures probably only in the mid-30s. We'll stay in the upper 30s Tuesday, warming back into the 40s for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And then as we get into the first weekend of the 2026 season, we're back into the 40s and 50s come Saturday and Sunday with increasing rain chances. It does look like it is going to bring us some rain showers by next weekend. So we'll modify that and fine-tune that as we get a little bit closer. Now, speaking of New Year's Eve, if you have dinner plans, we're going to be only in the mid-30s, ringing in the new year outside. We're only going to be right around freezing. And then those overnight lows fall into the 20s and 30s early Friday morning. That would be early Thursday morning. Get my days mixed up here. And so if you are looking at getting healthy, remember I've partnered with the Knoxville Track Club. I'm their official meteorologist. So here's the forecast for the first day of 2026. If you want to get out and run the New Year's Day 5K, kick off the season with a nice little 5K. You know, what is that? 3.1, 3.2 miles, 3.1, I guess. Anyways, we're going to be right around 32 degrees or so for the kickoff of the races, which is at 8:30 in the morning. And we'll warm into the mid-30s by the end of the race. So it is going to be cold. But they will have heaters out there, by the way. They have purchased heaters. And so that should hopefully make it feel just a little bit better. Anyways, all right. So happy Sunday. Let's see what you all are saying. Are you ready for the big pattern change? Let's see. Dwayne, it's your birthday? It's your birthday today. Happy birthday, Dwayne. Woo! What you gonna do for your birthday today, there, Dwayne? You gonna have fun? Are you going out and about? It's Sunday. You gonna make it a Sunday fun day? Good morning, Alice. I just got invited actually just a moment ago to go play some pickleball today. I'm not playing the winter season. Too many things going on. And sometimes it's too cold. But they're going to be playing today, and they needed an extra player. So they said, hey, you want to come out and play with us, Witcher? And I said, absolutely. That sounds like a good time. What's up, Eva? How are you this morning? Felicia, how are you? Second Christmas today with in-laws, then surgery prep for tomorrow. And, of course, I'll send you an email today, Felicia, so make sure, or tomorrow. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm not doing it this weekend. I'm going to do it on a work day. I work every day, but I'm going to go hang out with my kids today. But tomorrow, look for an email from me to obtain your free 1-year subscription to Weather Call certificate or gift card anyways, and then you'll be able to set that up. Let's see. Cassie says, Mike, my son is going to Rockwood for winter camp for the next 4 days. He packed layers and a 0-degree sleeping bag. He'll earn a polar bear camping credit for sure. Yeah, no doubt about that. It is definitely going to be cold. It would have been nice to do that camping trip, I suppose, this past week when it's been so nice, but that's why it's called a winter camping trip. Is he doing that with the Boy Scouts, Cassie? Because I know the Boy Scouts do they're going to Rockwood. So I suppose in Rockwood he's going to Camp Buck Tom's. I'm assuming is where he's going. Let me know. Anyways, fire dangers are starting to really increase. Yeah, we need moisture terribly bad, but a lot of the country needs a lot of moisture. couple other weather people are saying the wind will be like last time, wind gusts. Is that true? We have a strong low-level jet stream, so that's at about 5,000 feet in elevation, so it is going to be a lot windier across the mountains, but no. We don't have any instability really to work with, so I just don't see these storms. I really don't even see much in the way of thunderstorms, so without instability, you can't get the air mass to kind of tap into the upper-level wind. Could we see some strong wind gusts through the overnight hours up to 40, 45 miles per hour? Sure, absolutely, but I don't think it's going to be anything like what we saw last time, so that's my personal opinion. I guess we'll have to just kind of wait and see how it all plays out. But that's my personal thinking. That's why weather is so interesting and fascinating to me, because we all look at the same data. It's all about how you perceive it. How long have you been in town? Do you know the situation? Do you know where you live? I've been forecasting here since 2005 with a quick stint in Denver. And so I've been forecasting here for 20 years. But again, we saw those strong winds, and sometimes the atmosphere can overperform or underperform. And so those things just happen when you're trying to forecast the future. But I don't think it's going to be like last time when we saw all that wind damage. I'll watch it closely. I'll set my alarm. Hopefully I wake up this time around. Because that's the whole point. Especially even in the middle of the night, if you're curious about the weather because the weather's happening around you, I feel like you need to be able to come to the East Tennessee Weather app, check in to see if I'm doing a live weather update. That's going to be the best thing. And again, I'm not expecting much in the way of that through the overnight hours. What's up, Samuel? I love cold weather. Thank you, Mike. Very nice to see you again yesterday. Yes, it was so nice to see you, Samuel. Sure hope you saw Samuel over at, what was that called? Sprouts. Sprouts, wasn't it, Samuel? It was great to see you. All right, let's get to work with those national holidays, shall we? And we'll take it back outside. We'll show you what it looks like. The clouds have moved on in. We'll show you Fox Road Marina here. There it is. Another overcast day. One of those days where you step outside, you look outside, and you're like, oh, wait, it's not cold. It's not that cold outside. I gotta refresh these pages here in the background. Forgot to do that. All right, there we go. All right, let's talk about your national holidays for the day today, shall we? It's December 28th. Yesterday was my mom's birthday. So I got to wish her a happy birthday. That was nice. Today is National Short Film Day. I'm trying to think of the event that happens in downtown Knoxville where they do the short film festival. I'm blanking on the name of it. But anyways, we do a festival every year of short films in Knoxville. It's National Card Playing Day. Oh, maybe I'll play some cards with my kids. We did a nice little bike ride yesterday evening. Like, I don't know, 7:30 last night. Around the neighborhood, nice and dark. Got the headlights on the bicycles, the electric bikes anyways. Today, maybe we'll play some cards. My oldest son loves to play cards and loves to play with cards anyways. Today's also National Chocolate Candy Day. Not really my day. But some of you may be like, yay! Today is also Pledge of Allegiance Day and Holy Innocents Day on December 28th. All right, let's talk about some weather history. Back in 2005, an outbreak of severe storms across portions of the southeastern U.S. on the 28th produced hail, wind, and a few tornadoes. The states of Georgia and Tennessee were the most affected. I had just moved to town in 2005, and I do remember that day. We also had my very first snowstorm this time of the year that I missed. And I don't think I've missed it ever since based on how the atmosphere played at that time, as we had a lot of dry air in place. Temperatures were hovering in the 40s and a big old mob of moisture coming in from the Gulf, and that tanked our temperatures with evaporation and created very wet, heavy snow. I remember places like Jefferson County, Dandridge area picked up, I think, like a quick 6 inches of snow, and I was like just beside myself thinking I was going to get fired. In 2004, Los Angeles downtown broke a daily record rainfall of the month of over 5.5 inches of rain. In 2003, a severe storm hit northern California and southern Oregon. As much as 2 feet of snow fell on Interstate 5, I-5, closing a 150-mile stretch of it. In 1989, squalls continued to bring in snow across the Great Lakes region. Places received over 8.5 inches of snowfall, making a December record of 57 inches. Yikes. In 1988, strong winds behind a cold front claimed 3 lives in eastern Pennsylvania and injured a dozen others in eastern Pennsylvania, southern New Jersey, and Maryland. Winds were gusting upwards of 87 miles per hour. In 1987, a winter storm produced heavy snow in the upper Mississippi River Valley and the upper Great Lakes region. Up to 20 inches of snow buried southern Minnesota in 20 to 40 mile per hour winds. In 1958, Albuquerque, New Mexico received 14 inches of snow, establishing a 24-hour record. In 1955, Anchorage, Alaska was buried under 17.5 inches of snow in just 24 hours. In 1924, Iowa experienced the coldest December morning of record. Morning lows averaged 25 degrees below zero for 104 weather stations across the entire state. In 1897, the temperature in Dayville, Oregon hit 81 degrees to establish a state record for December. In 1839, the third storm to hit in 2 weeks, hit the northeastern U.S. It brought more than 2 feet of snow in Hartford, Connecticut, and Worcester, Massachusetts. I'm just kidding. It's not Worcester. Worcester. It's Worcester, my friends. That's where my grandparents lived. It's Worcester. It's Worcester. All right, today's daily quote by Abraham Lincoln. Nothing valuable can be lost by taking time. In 1981, Elizabeth Jordan Carr, the first American test tube baby, was born in Norfolk, Virginia. In 1964, initial filming of the movie Dr. Zhivago began on location near Madrid, Spain. The movie's total running time is 197 minutes. Long movie. In 1945, the U.S. Congress officially recognized the Pledge of Allegiance, i.e., the Pledge of Allegiance Day today. In 1902, the first professional indoor football game was played at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Syracuse defeated the Philadelphia Nationals 6-0. And in 1836, Mexico's independence was recognized by Spain. Let's take it to Union County, shall we? That's a live look in downtown Union County Maynardville. Big shout out to Tom. I don't know if he's on here this morning. Tom's from Maynardville. TK Gourmet's Food Wagon. It's a perfect day to go out and ride your bicycle today. I'll be taking a little scooter ride or bicycle ride with my kids as well. I hope you have a fabulous day, Katrina. Morning, Eric. 53 degrees in Kingsport. He's a Witcher weather watcher. By the way, if you ever want to be a Witcher weather watcher, part of a storm team for East Tennessee Weather, and you become an official storm spotter with the National Weather Service, you can email me, mike@easttnweather.com. You have to take the class with the storm spotter class anyways, the Skywarn storm spotter class. I'll give you a link to be able to take the class virtually online. And then you just send that to me, mike@easttnweather.com. Let me know if you want to join the fleet of Witcher weather watchers. I mean, we've got we're pushing about 50 or so. Sounds like my wife is getting ready to leave for work. Let's see what else I have to share with you. Oh, I guess Witcher's pictures, don't we? We have to share some Witcher's pictures here this morning. See if we have any. We got a couple. Oh, this is a cool shot. This is from Judy Kerr. Sounds like my wife is leaving. Wife, are you watching? Are you leaving? She's backing up. All right, this is a cool view. How about this one? This, once it loads, wait for it. If you could just see my spinning death wheel. There it is. All right, so this one right here is Fog River looking toward Clinch Mountain in Rutledge. See if I can get the words out here. That was Clinch Mountain in Rutledge. Fog along the river. Judy Kerr. We also have another great moonshot from Elaine Ombre. Elaine, big shout out to you. Grabbed a couple of other ones. Autopilot also grabbed a great shot of the moon last night. It was really cool last night because we just had enough clear skies before the clouds started to work their way back in. And that one is from Autopilot. So some great photos there. And let's see if I have any photos to share with you. Of course, I don't know if you saw this on social media yet this morning, but you asked about the dog. So I'm going to give you a picture of the dog. There's actually 2 dogs there. Probably hard to tell. But somebody was like, you need to share them every day. They're in the studio with me every day. Stella and Lucy. They're both Cavapoos, by the way. This is video anyways. I was going to say this is video, but it's video. That's what we were doing last night. Jackets and scooters and all that kind of great stuff. That was a fun little... And I met a friend of mine, Spencer Denton, who actually works for a competing TV station yesterday and got a sushi roll last night. That tasted pretty good. And I set up a green screen in the studio. Let's see, what else do I have? We didn't get cupboards up yesterday, by the way. That's what our kitchen now looks like. Cupboards or cabinets are ready to be installed today, but they did get the window up. For those of you paying attention or following along anyways, we had a house fire, a kitchen fire back in February of this year. It has been almost a year without a kitchen, but we're getting there. Real close. All right, my friends, we're going to wrap things up here this morning. It's Sunday. Some of you heading off to church. It's 8:19. Just prepare for the cold tomorrow. Some of you may be rejoicing. Some of you maybe not so much. It's going to be cold. So get out and enjoy today. Have a Sunday fun day. If you're going to be at Orange Hat, come say hi to me. I'm going to be playing pickleball there, I think, right around noon. Doing a little bit of fill-in. Oh, here's a cute picture of my son and I. Let's share that with you. How about that little cute picture of us? He's a good dude, I tell you that. He's a fun dude. All right, my friends, have a great Sunday. Be safe, be kind to each other. Enjoy the warmer weather, not the sunshine. We don't have much today. Enjoy the warmer weather and prepare for the cold. There's Tom. We were talking about Union County just a second ago, Tom. And we'll end the show with a live look in Maynardville. Tom, go stand in front of that camera and jump up and down so we can see you. Have a great day. Wake Up with Witcher starts off at 7:30 tomorrow morning, Monday through Friday. See you then.
Oh, it's you. Standing up in front of an army, shoes in the mud and the wet paint, twists and turns up the alley, just like it should. So your colors, they start, and it's stripping you